Hello friends! With the advance of digital technologies, we now have the great opportunity to observe the lives of other people, as well as share the details of our own lives through various blogs and YouTube channels. If we were interested in cars, for example, then we could go online and find thousands of videos on tuning various cars, or even creating new ones. It stopped being something unattainable, which we could only read about in books and see in movies. Now, even an ordinary person could create their own car, if they only have enough money and knowledge of the mechanics. And now, you'll get to see it for yourself. A man from Chicago created a car with his own hands in 2011. He claims that it is similar to a racing Mercedes of the 1980s and was inspired by the prototypes of the Sauber Mercedes C-Series. His Mercedes-Benz AMG C8 GTR is definitely designed to attract attention. Just take a look at his choice of color and shape. Of course, some parts of the car look rather rough, and judging by some details, the designer decided to save money. But don't forget that this car was assembled in a regular garage. The very first step in assembling a car requires taking some other car as a basis, and that's regardless of whether it is happening in a tuning studio or an ordinary extension near the house, as is the case of our hero today. And although the owner of the AMG C8 GTR car didn't specify which car he uses as a basis for the vehicle, one can clearly see that it was some kind of a combination of Mercedes-Benz and Nissan. The unique thing about this car is the fold-down rear end, which brings us back to classic rear-engine sports cars. We can confidently say that this miracle invention didn't pass any crash tests, so there's nothing we can say about the car's safety. Looking inside, we can see that the heart of the Mercedes-Benz AMG C8 GTR sports car has a 5.7-liter Chevy V8 engine, fueled by an Edelbrock carburetor. The car has chrome covers and a polished intake manifold. It has a fairly high throughput, which positively affects the car's power. The transmission is a 6-speed manual Volkswagen gearbox. This car looks like some kind of a cross between a race car, a golf cart, a dune buggy, and a jet boat. Undoubtedly, the value of this vehicle lies in the fact that it was assembled in an ordinary garage. People passing by it couldn't have even imagined what was being created inside. Thus, we can probably disregard some flaws that are present both in the appearance and in the interior of the car. Moreover, this doesn't prevent the car from being comfortable to use, because it has everything one could need. A large air intake mounted on the hood redirects air to the engine, which is mounted behind the cab. In addition to the main headlights and parking lights, the car has other light elements, which help the driver see the road better. The car is comfortable enough for both the driver and the passenger, even on a long trip, as both seats are equipped with seat belts, and the dashboard is made of carbon fiber. It has built-in odometer devices, thanks to which the driver can monitor the speed, as well as the performance of the main car's sensors. The dashboard even has a place for a radio, while the speakers are installed behind the passenger and driver seats. Everything is so well thought out, and it feels like it was assembled at the factory. The owner expects to get $75,000 for his car, but he's open to negotiations. To conclude, we can say that the Mercedes-Benz AMG C8 car looks like a decent vehicle, which has its own character and story, something that ordinary cars off the conveyor lack. If one were to decide to invest enough money in it, they could get a pretty good sports car that would definitely turn heads on the street. Friends, what do you think about this Mercedes-Benz AMG C8 GTR? Would you like to take a ride in it? Or would you prefer a classic car? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all for today. Rate this video if you liked it, and see you soon.